ASD often presents in a variety of ways that make it challenging to identify in certain individuals, especially girls and women. For years, diagnostic criteria and common perceptions of autism have been based on male-centred traits, which makes it harder to recognise ASD in those who don't fit that model. Research shows that individuals with autism, regardless of gender, can exhibit a wide range of traits. These might include difficulties with social communication, such as struggling to understand subtle social cues or finding small talk overwhelming. Many also experience intense focus on specific interests, which may seem typical but can be deeply consuming. Other common traits include heightened sensitivity to sensory input. Things like loud noises, bright lights, or even the texture of certain fabrics can cause significant distress. There is often a strong need for routine and consistency, and changes in the environment or schedule can feel overwhelming and difficult to manage. Cognitive and executive function differences are also prevalent, meaning individuals may have challenges with planning, organising or managing time. Some also experience imaginative play difficulties in childhood, struggling to engage in symbolic or make-believe play as easily as their peers. Motor coordination issues are another trait seen in individuals with autism, affecting tasks such as handwriting or other fine and gross motor skills. Emotional regulation can also be difficult, with many experiencing intense emotions that may seem out of proportion to the situation. And sleep disturbances and irregular sleeping patterns are common, adding another layer of challenges to daily functioning. Attention and focus challenges are also typical, with some individuals struggling to maintain attention on tasks, while others may hyper-focus on a specific interest for extended periods. Difficulties understanding non-verbal cues, such as facial expressions or tone of voice, they're really prevalent, making social interactions more confusing. Many individuals on the spectrum take language literally, struggling with abstract language or humour, and may exhibit repetitive behaviours such as fidgeting or hair twiddling, and they may have an intense need to complete tasks in a specific order. Another common challenge is managing friendships and social dynamics. Individuals with autism may crave connection but struggle with the unwritten rules around friendships, leading to feelings of rejection and loneliness. According to research, traits in females with ASD are often more internalised than in males. Instead of outward behaviours such as hyperactivity or aggression, girls may struggle with internal anxiety, low self-esteem or self-criticism. Many may also experience chronic stress from the pressure to conform socially, which is why they often get misdiagnosed with anxiety, depression or personality disorders before receiving an accurate autism diagnosis. In addition to internalising, many girls and women on the spectrum engage in masking, which is concealing their symptoms to fit in socially. Masking might involve mimicking others, rehearsing conversations in advance, or suppressing natural responses. While this can help them blend in, it often leads to exhaustion, anxiety, and depression over time. This tendency to internalise and mask symptoms can result in late, missed diagnosis, with many girls and women not receiving an autism diagnosis until adulthood, if at all. I personally want to understand how autism presents differently across individuals, recognising both internalisation and masking behaviours that can delay diagnosis, so we can identify and support those with ASD. Oh, and some of you may have noticed that many of these traits sound quite similar to ADHD and possibly CPTSD. I'll be making another video that explores the similarities and differences between these conditions. It's being said that many individuals with diagnosed ASD are likely to be diagnosed with ADHD as well. However, some believe that an ADHD diagnosis is less likely to come with an ASD diagnosis. But due to the significant overlap between these two conditions, my jury is still out on that one.